Hi. So today we will see a story that happened in one of my friend's house. His name is Shankaran. He is close to 50 years of age. He and his wife lived happily in Chennai. But one peculiar problem he has is acidity. So night before 2 hours of sleep, he will have his dinner, and next day morning he will have in his empty stomach a glass of water. Then he'll go for a walk, come back by 7 o'clock, he'll have a cup of coffee, and by 8 he has to have his breakfast. This has been his routine. Whenever he fails to do that, he gets into a lot of acidity issues, and to the extent of going to dizziness and then tiredness. This is aware. His wife, Mrs. Gomati, is also aware of all these issues which Mr. Shankaran has, and hence she never delays the breakfast. On that particular day, it so happened, after coming back from the walk, he was going through the newspaper. Still, the breakfast wasn't ready, and his acidity issue cropped up, and he started feeling so much of hungry, and he kept on looking at the kitchen inside. But he was afraid of asking whether the breakfast is ready, because once if he asks this question, he is sure that what sort of answers will come. Why only men should be going through the newspapers? Should ladies in the house not eligible to go through the newspaper in the morning? So don't we have any desire for ourselves? Should we end up only with cooking? So he has to listen all these things. His hunger is so heavy. He thought he will better open his mouth only for eating, not for asking any of these questions. So he kept quiet when the food was getting ready, and as I mentioned earlier, his acidity was increasing and reflex was on for him. At the same time, during that moment, they got a phone call, and it was from his daughter. His daughter got admitted in one of the hospitals in Chennai, and she delivered a baby girl. So this was the news that came in through the phone, and hence they were very happy listening to this. Still, he had his hunger on. The hunger doesn't understand the situation, so it was on. So he was anyway happy to listen to this news. Meanwhile, after 5-10 minutes time, his daughter called again and said, "Daddy, one of my friends is having a crib which is not of use to her. She used it for her children. Now that is available. Can you just go and pick it up and then bring it to me, so that I will keep this child into the crib?" So not much to say on that. His wife Gomati was insisting that he should go and bring it before the breakfast gets ready. So he thought, okay, totally half an hour's time only. He'll go and then bring it back. So he started at 8:30, and you know that Chennai traffic in the mornings, how it will be. So anyway, somehow he reached that house at 9:15, and he was waiting there. And to his luck or dismay, his daughter's friend went out to drop his children, that means her children, to the school, and he had to wait there. Her husband was in the house, but he could not help giving that crib because he is not aware where it is kept. He also left to office, and he went on seeing the gate, counting the number of grill available there. At the 20th count, so the gate got opened and she came in. "Oh, sorry, Appa, I made you wait. Please wait. I'll just bring in. I told that I'll give the crib. I'll go inside and then come back." 5 minutes gone, 10 minutes gone, and she said to come out. She didn't come. So hunger went on increasing for him. On the way to her house, there were so many hotels, and he had smelt everything, aggravating the hunger inside him. But then he had to wait because the crib is said to come. So then finally, after 15 minutes, by 9:45, 10 o'clock, the crib came out. So he picked up the crib. He was wanting to ask, "Are you not getting delayed to your office?" But then he forgot. He did not want to ask this question because it will further delay his departure from there. And not even thanking her, he kicked his two-wheeler and then started towards his house. So by the time he reached his house, he thought the breakfast would be ready on the table. To his surprise, Gomati told Shankaran, "See here, I kept all the tiffin inside this carrier. Our daughter wanted food to be served because food is not okay in the hospital. So please, I packed it for you also. Please take it and then go there and then have it. By then he thought, it would be ready and he will have it and go. But he did not want to say anything because that will further delay departure to going to the hospital because daughter is also hungry. When she is hungry, him eating, he thought it would not be nice. So he carried the tiffin carrier, he carried the crib along with him with thinking that, God will save him and the hot sun of Chennai will not burst him out because of the hunger around. He thought he will go, and then finally he went and parked his two-wheeler in the hospital and then rushed towards the hospital door. The lift was totally crowded. The lift man inside was shouting, it is only for patient and doctors, not for outsiders. So I don't know what sort of design it is made of, but he was hesitant to walk through all the 4 floors because of the condition he was in. Totally hungry, reflex was on, acidity was on. Whether he would be in the position to climb or not, he wasn't sure. Finally, he crawled to the 4th floor and then he knocked the door. His daughter only opened the door. He said, "Daddy, please wait. Nurse is here. The feeding time is on for the baby." So with that, she picked up the carrier and then went inside. And then he had to wait outside. And everybody is passing him this side and that side. All of them have eaten their food. All of them are very happy. But for me, I didn't eat my food. Then he wondered what this hunger is making him think all these ways. He should not be thinking like this. Then with that in mind, it was close to around 10:30. He thought, okay, he will anyway go and then have the breakfast once the feeding is over for the baby. When the feeding got over, the door got opened and he entered, barged inside. He did not enter, he barged inside and he was about to go and open the tiffin carrier. By then he has seen his son-in-law happily completing the carrier food and then closing it. At that time, his daughter was explaining, I told my husband to have this because I know Amma would have given more than enough for me. So he had the remaining and then now he has packed it off. By then, okay, there is no other option. He cannot say anything to his son-in-law. He felt so hungry. He was about to go and then have it in canteen. And he's already 11:15 now. Whether I don't know canteen will have anything to eat. With that thought, when he was about to turn outside the room, he got a phone call from his younger brother, Ganesan, who is 10 years younger to him. Anna, there is one news for you and it is pertaining to Amma. So his mother lived with Ganesan, who is in Naganallur, and then she has been staying with him. He was for a while flashed his mind that his mother could not stay with him. He felt so guilty about it, but then for the safety of his mother, he thought his brother will take care of her better than himself, and hence he allowed his mother to stay with his younger brother. Then he asked, what happened? No, Amma, morning she was taking the newspaper, and then when she was about to sit on the easy chair, she did not see it properly, and then she directly hit the floor. She fell on the floor, and we suspect a small crack in the hip bone. And doctor said MRI has to be taken. Oh, have you taken to the hospital? Yeah, we have taken to the hospital where your daughter is also admitted. If possible, you can just drop in. We are on the 10th floor. For which Shankaran said, hey, I'm in 4th floor only now. I'm with my daughter only now. I'll come out and then meet Amma there. So his hunger is still there, but then he had to rush to see how his mother is. And already because he has guilt in his mind that he's not taking care of her, he for a while kept the hunger little aside and then thought he will go and then see her and then go and have his breakfast. With that thought, he ran towards the 10th floor and then opened the door. There, mother was lying frail, 84-year-old, and she was so frail on the bed. But then Ganesan was also standing there. Oh, so quick you came and here. For which he said, I was here only. So I rushed up and then came to see Amma. Then by then his mother was saying something which he could not understand. For which Ganesan said, you go and keep your ear near her mouth so that you will understand what she is speaking. So he went and did that, and she asked a question, and again he said, can you repeat, Amma? Have you taken your food? This was the question she asked. When this question came, he started crying. So far, since morning, he wanted to have his breakfast, and none of them asked him this question. And here, his mother on the bed, with the fracture on the hip is questioning him whether he had his breakfast or not. For which Ganesan said, his brother said, Amma has been saying this since morning. She cooked sakra pongal for you. She was wanting this to be given to you. Then when she fell down, when she was about to be taken to hospital in an ambulance, she held inside and said, bring that sakra pongal in the tiffin box. Shankaran will come to see me. I have to give it to him. He will eat. He will be very happy eating it. So, my dear friends, this has happened. As I told in the beginning, this has happened to one of my friends. As long as you have parents with you, please cherish their presence. Please nourish them. Please be with them. And then be there for them as much as possible. Give your time to them. After all, they are your parents. They brought you up. So with that, I thought I will end this story. And if you like this, please share it to your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.